My name's Millie and I paint custom lightsaber paintings to pay for my art studio. I've started 2025 off with a bang, painting Darth Maul's double-ended lightsaber across 2 canvases. Before I started the painting, I had to do my research on all the measurements, and it turns out the hilt for Darth Maul's saber is like half a meter, which is kind of crazy. That meant I had to measure 25 centimeters roughly from the end of each canvas and then mark the center all the way down. These marks are going to be my guide for putting paint down on the canvas. Generally, when I'm painting a lightsaber glow, I have 4 colors prepared. We have a pure color straight out of the tube, which is going to be the lightest color in the middle. This is followed by a slightly darker version of the color, usually also out of the tube. Here we have vermilion hue and then crimson. Then I take the second color and mix it with the black that I also make myself. So this one is crimson mixed with black. I'm often asked how I get acrylic paint to blend so well, and genuinely all it is a big brush loaded with water. And then I do spend about 20 minutes going back and forth and making sure the blend is immaculate. Then I put down my black, which is a combination of ultramarine, purple and burnt umber. I just think this has so much more depth than black out of a tube. It often dries really matte and really flat and it just doesn't look right. After I put down all the paint and then it's dry, it looks very streaky, so I have to do this whole process a second time in order to get this super juicy gradient. Look at it. I'm sorry, but that is the sexiest blend you'll ever get with acrylic. Once that's dry, I do have to put down the measurements again, so 25 centimeters from the end plus marking the center of the canvas the whole way down. Then I put down masking tape either side of these center marks. The gap is 2 centimeters and I do measure to make sure it's the same all the way down. I mix a light red or a dark pink, if you will. I paint in the gap and then I whip off the tape. It's the best bit, and this is when the lightsaber really starts to come to life. When that's dry, I put down another 2 pieces of tape, and this time it's inlaid 1 millimeter from the edge of the first stripe. I paint it, then I whip it, and then I clean it up. I generally don't get a lot of bleed through underneath my tape because I work so quickly, but if I do, I just clean it up with a wet brush. I put down tape again in the same way and fill it in with white. And now she glows. She glows for real. I'm going to sketch on my drawing for the hilt, which is using this reference. For this part, I used diluted white acrylic paint and spent a bit of time just blocking in the right shapes. And once I've done that, I just block in the rough colours. And I'm sorry, I didn't record it. I was on the phone and I forgot. All I do is I just spend some time copying the reference and paying really close attention to the colours. Metals are reflective, so they often contain lots of blues and greens, and that colour variation is going to give you the illusion of depth. This clear stuff you see me applying is varnish. I specifically use the Winsor & Newton satin acrylic varnish, and this is going to protect your painting from dirt and from sunlight, and it's just going to help with the overall longevity of your masterpiece. I'm seriously proud of this one.